Hi, thanks so much for joining me. Today we are talking all about skincare, my skincare favorites of 2025. And I realized I forgot to say Happy New Year. So I hope your year is off to a great start. Thank you for joining us again this year for a new year, hopefully more curated videos. Like I said, if you're not already subscribed, I would love if you would subscribe and also click that notification bell because I will not be posting as regularly or as on schedule as I had been. So if I skip a couple weeks, make sure to have that on so you know when I do post. We're also doing this very quick look here, minimal makeup. We have an event to go to later tonight. So I thought we'd talk about skincare first and do this quick look. So if you'd like to see that, please keep watching. So this is what my face looks like, just moisturized. Okay, I've been loving the Elemis cleansing balm, but I think maybe you let me know about this one as well. This is by Colleen Rothschild. This is a radiant cleansing balm, and I think I like it even more. But Elemis was my 2025 favorite. The reason I think I might like this one better is because it's got a creamier consistency to it. When I put this on my hand, it almost melts and it becomes more like an oily, not an oily, but more oily, just like butter does when it melts. You can see it right there. And again, it's the Colleen Rothschild Radiant Cleansing Balm. It's a little bit easier to remove than the Elemis. I still really like the Elemis. I will continue to use it, but that one's newer to me. So I'm gonna say Elemis for 2025, but this may be 2026. Speaking of cleansing balms, I do use a washcloth, or I had been using a washcloth to remove it. However, this was sent to me and I didn't know if I'd actually use them, but I really enjoy them. So these are by Olivia, and inside here are cleansing cloths. And they are single use, but they are also sturdy enough to be used as a in lieu or in replacement instead of a little washcloth, a towel, a traditional towel material like a terry. I've been using washcloths in the past. One thing I noticed with my washcloths is the more I wash them, and I really sanitize them and wash them on a high heat, I want them to be very clean. They get kind of rough and can scratch my face. So I was going to renew them and get another batch, but then I was using these and I thought these are nice and soft, they're strong enough, and I don't have to worry about washing them. In terms of environmental impact, I'm not sure what's less of an impact, because with the reusable ones, there's a lot of water involved and a lot of hot water, a lot of rinsing to get it sanitized. And these are single use. They are also biodegradable. So that is something to think about. I don't know. Single use to me feels like it might impact the environment more, but if they're biodegradable, so just something to consider if you're using either one. But I've really been enjoying these. And I just want to mention, I went in with this Brightening, Turmeric Brightening and Exfoliating Scrub. This is by Kora Cosmetics. This is what it looks like right here. You can definitely sense these particles more, but I do like the 2-in-1 aspect of it. It's really nice. So I use that on my face. Now, as soon as I get out of the shower, I like to get things on my face because I don't want my skin to dry out. And one thing I do really quickly is I will tone, if I'm going to use a toner, which I have not been using as much as I had lately, no, not lately, as I had before in the past, because my skin's pretty hardy. But as I get older, I notice it's a little bit more sensitive. Like I had a couple of episodes this year from, I think, testing out too many products at once, and I think I had an allergic reaction. My skin was flaking, it was red, it was inflamed, like my whole face was inflamed. So I have to be more careful now than I was in the past. So instead of a toner, I use these, and it again depends on how my skin is doing. If it's very sensitive, I will skip these, but if it's in good condition, I'll use these. These are the Colleen Rothschild Glycolic Acid Peel Pads. They do say to start out slowly with this product until you know your skin is used to it. You can use it in day or evening, and they look like this. I always think of those Stridex pads. If you were around in the 80s, they look like this, and they're really nice on the skin. I prepped my skin with that today, and so that was the first step. They look like this, Colleen Rothschild. You can see the pads. I'm not sure how many, but there are quite a few. And then I went in with eye cream. So I have two different eye creams. I use one for the day, one for the evening. Well, actually they're both by Chantecaille. After these peel pads, I make sure to go in with my eye cream because I don't want the under eye area to ever really dry out because then I can feel it. So my skin, if I hadn't said, is a combo skin type. So more oily in the center, more normal to dry in the winter. And on both sides here, I can get either really oily or really dry. So it just depends on the temperature, the weather, the climate. And so I'm really used to observing my skin and then adjusting around it. We have the Eye Lifting Eye Cream, and we also have the 24 karat gold Energizing Eye Cream. So that's what those two look like. Do you need both of these? No, you don't need both of them. So just decide which one you would like. I do use the Eye Lifting for the daytime. And then this one, the 24 karat gold Energizing Eye Cream, I use for the evening. There's a little bit more of a golden tone, of course, to the 24 karat gold. And you can also see the textures there. The gold is on this side and then the BioLifting on that side. So under eye cream is really important to me when it comes to concealer. If I have moisturized appropriately, correctly, where it's had a chance to absorb and really provide hydration, then typically eye concealers go really well. If I'm using the concealer in the pot by Chanel, I make sure to do a little bit of extra moisturizing because it can be a little bit more drying. But I'm using the new Chanel concealer, and we'll go with that in a little bit when I do my makeup. We're gonna do a quick look here in a little bit because we have an event to go to tonight. Also, another thing I like to do at the beginning is to make sure my lips are nice and conditioned. We've got the Chantecaille. This is the Lip Potion. It comes in this little pot there. I've had this on my lips for good 45 minutes. I'll put a little bit more on. And the texture of that is very balmy. It's very nice. If you do want to maximize your eye care routine, there's this gold energizing eye serum. And then they also have the Rose de Mai as well, if you'd like to use that. But on both of those, there's a cooling applicator. This one is a roller. The other one's more like, it looks like a spoon almost with a little place for the product to come out. So really going in under the eye first, rolling this. It's nice and cool. I'll do it now. It doesn't matter if I put it on top. So I'll just show you right now. It is nice and cooling under the eye. I will go in with that before the 24 karat gold eye cream. Gold's a little bit more richness to it. A BioLifting, though, is very nice for, I think, most skin types. I think with more mature skin, I really am appreciating the gold line. Okay, then we've got the serum. I always say, if you're trying out a new skincare line, looking at their serum is probably the best place to start. Typically, it has the most powerful ingredients in there, and we have two by Chantecaille, which I use. So we've got the BioLifting Serum Plus, and then we have the 24 karat gold serum intense. This is what they look like. Here's the packaging. They both have droppers, and I'll show you the textures. So dropper like this. That one's got a nice, like a fluid texture to it, but not super runny. They are both nice and hydrating. I'm gonna say that gold is a little bit more fluid. Here's the applicator for the gold. It's a little bit more fluid. So you can see this is the gold over here, and here's the BioLifting. You can see the difference. So I did apply the gold on this side and the BioLifting on this side. By the way, if you are not new here, these will be very familiar to you, although it's a little bit more pared down. I know it might not seem like it, but this is more pared down than it has been in the past. And if you're new here, I love Chantecaille skincare, so that's why you see so much Chantecaille. Although I do try out other skincare brands, and this one is the one I've been testing out quite a bit. This is Mutha No. Serum, and there are some brightening aspects to this one, and that's why I wanted to really test it out to see how it behaves on my skin. Sometimes brightening serums can be a little bit more aggressive on my skin. This one is nice, and at least for me, has not done anything to irritate it. And my skin does not get irritated easily though. So just again, know your skin type, because my sister has very sensitive skin, and what bothers her does not bother me. And this has like a outdoor, not outdoor, it has like a fireplace or a bonfire smell to it. So just know it's not strong, but it just has a very natural, like bonfire-y smell to it. Here's the product. You can see it there. And my skin really tends to like this one, so no issues with it. Again, looks like this Mutha No. Serum. I can definitely smell it. And the other cream, well, I'm going to talk about creams in a moment here. So I have a couple by Chantecaille on my face. There is one I've been trying out quite a bit. It's almost empty. And I mentioned it, I think in the previous video. It's by 8th Day. It's called the Intensive Moisturizer. So it looks like this in this packaging. Little scooper inside, and you can see how much I've used. It's almost empty. It's got a really nice kind of dense texture to it. Also like whipped butter. So I'm gonna leave that one there so you can see it. Here is the 8th Day. Really nice and hydrating without being greasy. It absorbs very nicely into the skin. And then the two by Chantecaille that I have on my face now are the LIfiting Cream Plus and also the 24 Karat Gold Cream Intense. So I have both. One on the left side, this one is on my right side. Of the two, I've been using the LIfiting Cream more. I've used that more frequently. And then when this came out, the 24 Karat Gold Cream Intense, this became my favorite cream. It's a little bit more emollient as well, a little bit more dense. So there they are. And I don't know if you could tell by just looking at both of the creams, but the 24 Karat Gold Cream Intense, that one's more dense. And then the LIfiting Cream, that one is a little bit more lightweight. I mean, it's not a lightweight cream by any means. It's very nice and hydrating, feels very luxurious, very silky on the skin, but it doesn't have the same density as the 24 Karat Gold Cream Intense. We've got the LIfiting and then the 24 Karat Gold. And then I finished up with this LIfiting tool. This is by Chantecaille. It's got a solar panel here because that absorbs light. And then I just like to use this to help promote that uplifted look, and it's cooling as well. So if you've ever used cool water, splashed cool water on your face, then you know what happens. It just kind of like tightens everything up and refreshes the face. It's got a microcurrent here. So if you wanted microcurrent, but this is more analog, it's really nice, very convenient tool to use. I did want to say my favorite mask is also by Chantecaille. It's the Gold Recovery Mask. Of course, we've got lovely gold packaging. I still have the foil on here, but you can see that it is a gold color, and you can see really the composition. Let me show you. This is definitely the most dense of the products I've shown you. There's a nice silkiness to this though. Very favorite mask. And this does exactly what it says. It helps my skin recover. I take it when I travel. I will wear it on long haul flights because my skin will get stressed out when I travel, and I'll develop things like this, like little blemishes, which I don't normally get. So this really helps get my skin back to where it was. My skin is pretty happy most of the time, but when it's not, I definitely pull for the Gold Recovery Mask. I did want to mention, I've had questions. I also haven't mentioned this before though, is I go in with the both the eyelash enhancing serum and the eyebrow boosting serum by Obagi. They really have been effective for me. Yeah, so in case you were wondering, these are the two that I use. Now, for those who are wondering about my dark spots, because I've been talking this whole time without any makeup on, you've been able to see the progress my skin has made. Like, this is my skin, no makeup. I do have a video I want to do that focuses strictly on dark spots. Let me know the questions you have though, because this will set me up to answer those questions in that video, because sometimes the questions come after the video I do, and I think, wow, this would have been really great to have before the video so I could have explained it better. So do please leave all of your questions about hyperpigmentation in the comment section so I can structure that video to address the questions. I'd really appreciate it. And of course, we do have SPF, and I'll go more into depth with that in the hyperpigmentation video because it's so key to preventing anything else from happening because I do work so hard to get these diminished as much as possible. But a few that I will highlight right now are things that I've been using. We have here the Supergroup. This is the matte. They have so many. This is a mineral matte screen SPF. This is 100% mineral. So if you are wanting a mineral sunscreen. I also have a tinted one I can talk about in that video because I know tinted SPFs are also important. Also this one by Bloom Effects, as my skin has been a little bit drier. Oh, so that matte one is great for more oily skin, like when my skin is oily, when it's hot, when it's summery, that's a great one to pull for. When my skin's a little bit drier or is like not happy, then I need more moisture on it, I will go in with this Bloom Effects, the Tulip Dew Sunscreen Serum. It's a little bit more fluid. Let me know what kind of swatches you want to see, or if you want to see it applied. When I get to that video, this one is SPF 50. Of course, this Chantecaille Ultra Sun Protection sunscreen. This is great. It's a 45, great for undetectable sun protection because of its composition. It doesn't have the same ingredients. This is a chemical sunscreen. So if you were looking for a chemical sunscreen, this one is great as well. I can talk about my dark spot treatments that I think have been effective in that video as well. So we're going to do a quick little look here because we have summer to go. I'm going to pull for another palette, another Le Beige palette, because I need to do a rundown of them and I haven't used all of them in a while. So this hair is really prompting me to try my makeup again because it's influencing the way my makeup appears. It's allowing me to wear things I haven't really been able to get to work for me. So that's why I want to try these products out again to refresh them. So we're going to go in though with the two Chanel concealers, which I think are so great. And there was a question about the under eye area. Is it drying? And I think one of the keys for me is to make sure I've moisturized appropriately for whatever the product is. So if I know it's going to be a little bit more dry or a little bit more fluid, I will either add more or add less eye cream. So that is one of the keys for me, is to know what kind of product I'm putting on my face. Oh, just kidding. Before I do this, oh, well, we're here. So let me just put this on. This is a great little brush I received from Makeup. It's the blending brush. It's really nice size here because I use a lot of concealer on just generally my face, and it will cover more area as well. There's a nice weight to it. I did want to go in with this. So this is like a skincare makeup hybrid product. So they have these sheer glow face tints, and they have rose, they have gold, and they have a bronze. I'm going to use the gold. No, this is not gold. I'm going to use the rose today because I'm going to do more like a pinkier makeup, a cooler toned makeup. So I do want to go in with that. It looks like this, it's like a pudding consistency. And I'm just going to apply this all over my face as my base. So this just has some nice glow to it. Really just enhances the skin, doesn't cover it up, but gives a nice healthy glow. So I like having all three because that way, depending on if I have a warm tone or a cool tone, I can kind of switch it up. As you can see, we did not cover anything up, just added a little bit of that healthy kind of glow. Now going in with this concealer again, we're going to just kidding, this is not the concealer. This is the corrector in Pesh. That's what I put under my eyes. And we're going to go here as well, quite generous, because this will sheer out. And then let's go ahead with the concealer in BD41 right around the nose. And that should be enough. Same brush. I notice when it comes to concealer, when they're tightly packed like this, it doesn't break the concealer up. It helps it just stay even on the skin. By the way, if you have this concealer or this corrector, if you could let us know what your base color is in Chanel, as well as what concealer you selected and if it works, and are you trying to cover up dark spots? Are you trying to combat redness? I'd love to know because that would help. I think people are challenged in identifying the correct color based on their skin tone as well as the need. So I love peachy tone things to combat darkness. So that's why I love Pesh. And then BD41, like I said, I have some broken capillaries that I'm trying to take care of around my nose. That's why I put BD41 down. I mean, realistically, I probably could just do Pesh, but I have them both, so I'm going to use them both. This does set itself nicely. The Air Brow by Kosas. So many of you let me know that you did not expect much from this product. Neither did I. I didn't expect much, but it just performs so well. And you let me know that you are loving this for your brow routine. This one is in Brown Black. Oh, yes, I didn't mention my age. I have not mentioned that yet. If you know me, you know that I am 53 and I don't have so many fine lines and wrinkles at this point. My biggest concern really is that discoloration. Okay, let's go in with this palette. This is in Cool, and it looks purpley. So I used the Ray Morris number 8. Let's try this. This is the Refer Shoto 4 brush. And let's take this color all over the lid. This like pinky lavendery tone. Let's go in with this darker shade, that darkest shade, and add that to the exterior corner. Pretty intense. And then let's go in with this color right here. I'm gonna take that and just blend that a little bit in, just slightly. It's like a cranberry shade. Okay, I don't love that cranberry shade. Okay, let's go in with this brightest shade. It looks a little, make me look sick, I think. Okay, let's go with this in the center. I did like the first two I applied though. Since it's evening, let's do a little bit of this. This is pretty, this lavender right here, that very light color. Let's go in with that right on the eye, just for a little sparkle. Chantecaille's eyeliner in Amethyst. This referent, take this darkest shade here and go along the lash line just to soften it. Take a little bit more of that dark and just add it to the exterior corners. I'm gonna add mascara and then let's talk about the under eye area. I have this Prada palette, which has been helping with the under eye darkness. And all I do is, let's see, I've been using this just 01 here. And I just brush it underneath like this. Oh, in this color right here, this mocha-y color. So instead of the Victoria Beckham in Trench, I've been doing this. I mean, it doesn't cancel it out, but also, I mean, it does cancel it out, but it's a little bit darker than my skin tone, but it cancels the red. I was trying to think like, what do I have that's pink and light? And the one I could think of was this by Chantecaille in Butterfly, which actually does work on my skin. It looks so light, but this will work. I'm gonna take this BK Beauty 108 and some more traditional blush for sure. Now, I was trying to find something that was like a balmy texture, and then I remembered, wait, I have that Chanel product that can do the same thing. We have the Balm in Transparent, and just do that same trick. This blush right here on my hand where I have that balm. Let's transform this into a more glowy blush. So you can see there, and then there's a little pop of color as well. Very like tone on tone, but more intense and a little bit more balm-like. Actually, I really like this with Bliss. So I'm doing the same thing over here. So you can see how it intensifies that color. It's so pretty. Okay, the trick now is to get a lip that's cool, and I thought about what one of you suggested, which was you use the shade Boy to take down the intensity or the brightness of a lip. Actually, let's take the hair down, then we'll finish off with the lip. Okay, I just just ran the Dyson through a couple pots. I just ran the Dyson through a couple of spots here and just ran a brush through my hair. So again, no other product except for heat protectant. Is that what it's called? Yeah, heat protectant. Also, I had questions about what I use to tone my hair, so I will leave those items down below. I've got blue, like a gloss and a blue shampoo and also a purple shampoo. So I kind of just experiment and see what works for my hair, and I'll kind of like go by piece if there's something a little too orange or yellow. So it's kind of like a trial and error. So I love Anemone by Chantecaille, but it's now with this hair is so bright, not so bright, it just is brighter and warmer than when it looked with my previous hair. So I'm gonna use Boy with this as well. So we've got here Anemone. So this is the Chantecaille Lip Cream. Yeah, it's a little too like, it's pink. So I want to take it down just slightly. I feel like it's not working as well. So we've got Boy here by Chanel. And I've been wearing this by itself. Like I did not think I was ever going to get this to work, because if you look at the color, like it looks brown, like a grayish lavender brown color, but it really works well with this. But we're gonna put it on top of this, take down the brightness, make it more, I mean, like almost dull it down a little bit. I feel like that is more harmonious. So yeah, really quick look. I just wanted I just wanted something natural, a little bit of color. I think the eyeshadow works well now with this hair more than it did with my previous hair. Like it is just amazing to me. I'm gonna try using warm shades on my eyes again because I wonder how that's going to look. So lots of different things, but this is a skincare video, but skincare really allows me to do less and less makeup, which is why it's really important. I really want skin to be the centerpiece of my makeup, not any other feature, and just a balanced look, but really highlighting the skin. So the less makeup I can wear and the more skin that can show through, the better, which is why I love skincare so much and why I spend so much time on it, so much time studying it. And again, this is my skin, so everyone's skin is different and what they want for their skin is different, but I just want a healthy, even skin tone is really what I'm going for. And I would love to not wear concealer one day. We're getting closer and closer, but even just a little bit of concealer helps a lot. Please leave the questions that you want me to address in the hyperpigmentation video, because I'd love to be able to structure around your specific questions. And do let me know what your favorite skincare line is. I know many of you love Chantecaille as well, but do let me know what you are enjoying. We'd love to know. Please leave that in the comment section. But that is it for today's video, so please take care of each other, stay well if you enjoyed this video. If you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.